Still too expensive though. There's a fucking plastic dish this round, about 1.5 inches deep, with this big fucking stack of like really nicely fried vegetables and noodles and probably a bit of meat in there. Look really good. Their fucking price is $8 for a tiny little plastic bowl. I mean, you know, this is what's fucking ridiculous about Costa Rica. It's just, there's no need for fucking, you know, big mass fried food like that to be so absolutely ridiculously expensive. I think they're gonna have to change their mentality about what they're charging. I mean, you know, I don't know what the background of the society is about how much business taxes and things like that. I mean, maybe they do have to charge this kind of thing, but I don't think so. I think it's just fucking ridiculous. And in that, like in that article where it was saying about the strength of the colon against the dollar, you know, it's like 25% down for Americans with the dollar. Not quite as bad for me with pounds, because the pound, for some fuck knows why reason, is actually strong against the dollar. But you know, it's still probably £6 for me, and for such a small bowl of fucking food, you know, it's just ridiculous. You know, when just a small plastic cup of iced coffee is $5, you know, it's, I'm sure they'd still get by and get their American customers back if they just fucking halved their prices on most things, you know. Although I have to say, my apartment, I didn't realise it was a little mini apartment for £35 a night. I suppose for Costa Rica that's pretty good. So I'm pleased with it. It's quiet. I mean, there's a load of Brazilian families in there too. Guy was outside my window because I got a sink and I was smoking my pipe. Started chatting to him and he said he was from Brazil. He was from Sao Paulo. And I think there's 2 families. They take up 2 apartments and they're all like, they definitely look Brazilian, you know, their kind of hairstyles and general look. So I was chatting to him about Brazil, what I understood of him, although he was speaking in Spanish, because I don't remember any Portuguese at all, 20 years ago obviously. And they were saying they were trying to get to the American border. That's why they're on this journey, come all the way from Sao Paulo. But I said about Trump closing the border, and he just said, I think he said, I'm not sure, but I think he said kind of something like, if you have faith in God, anything's possible. So, you know, best of luck to him. But the kids are a little noisy, but my room at the back, I just shut the door and can't hear them. So, but you know, they'll probably move on a couple of days and how long they're there for. Maybe just it's for Easter and passing through. So maybe they'll move off tomorrow, who knows. So this is a really nice atmosphere resort town. Lovely evening. It's just nice to be able to walk around in an evening again in a Central American country, because it's still very warm, and after the rain today it was very humid. So it's great. Really enjoying it fucking after the first 2 days of shit in San Jose, but at least I experienced it. I'm really tempted to buy food now, even though I've cooked the rice already at home. So anything that's missing is a microwave. But hardly surprising, I saw in a store in San Jose yesterday, one of the only shops that was open. There's Sear, there's SYR chain of just like Chinese goods. Fucking $170 for a fucking microwave. So my first guy fucking asking me for money. So they do get everywhere. At least he was polite. I just fucking ignore him. You know, with all my travels, I've given money to, you know, people in the past in Peru, but you know, you just end up fucking skint yourself. If you gave everyone fucking $1 for every person who asked you for money, you'd have no money left in a month. Because it's just, you know, it's a never-ending font of desperation or just, you know, brazen behaviour. You know, Same as you get beggars everywhere. You just get people fucking making more money than they can get working sometimes. But I do like what I see so far. Some really nice bar areas, but restaurants and stuff. Very kind of relaxed hippie kind of joint. Oh, yeah. Speaking of which, Smoke Valley. I'm not sure if pot's legal here actually. The American guy I met said he's got a mate in I think he's, where was it, Connecticut, or saying he grows pot in his loft to sell to the actual farm because it's legal in quite a few states in America. So you know, you just grow it and then sell it back to the actual medicinal outlets. So I've got to send him an email later telling him about the mimosa plant because he asked me to email me information. So I'll find a video. I'll send him my video of me closing the mimosa plant, touching it, and then see the leaves close. And I just said, you know, my shaman told me that, yeah, just make a tea out of it with hot water, drink a couple of times a day for diabetes and high blood pressure, which is what he suffered from. But he asked me a little bit about it. But as soon as I mentioned, you know, the spiritual side of it, because he's a tech guy, he has his own business. Tech guy who's I could just see. You know, I said, like I explained to her, I said, look, you know, I used to be in tech and I was an atheist, and but until you have experience of the spiritual side of shamanism and ayahuasca, then, you know, when you do that, you soon become a believer in spirituality. There's, you know, no question of whole different dimensions of other existences. And however, oh look, they even stopped for pedestrians on a zebra crossing here. Ah. So what's this place? Pop's Ice Cream. What's this place? A big supermarket. No, home stuff, that is. Yeah, let's have a look. Wow, got a whiff of fucking pot then. Whoever's smoking around here. So what's this joint? Oh, maybe it is a supermarket. Oh, so anyway, not what I'm looking for. Keep walking for a bit. So it's a nice time of the evening.